Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 mod report. In this video I'll tell you all about my mods, my already released mod, my waiting mod, my mod plans, and so forth. And here you can see an overview what I already prepared and what is released or waiting at Modhub. But before I go into further details, I want to show you some celebration milestones. So the first one is my Tardis mod that has been just released, already got more than 100,000 downloads. Thank you. Thanks a lot to you all who downloaded the Lizard Tardis pack. And yeah, I'm really happy that you like it so much and that you download it so much. And not only because of the Lizard Tardis, but because of all my mods. They are downloaded in fantastic numbers. And therefore I can show you two other milestones that I just reached yesterday and the day before yesterday. And that makes me very excited. I saw it coming for quite a while, but now it finally happened. And the success of the Lizard Tardis, this is really fantastic. More than 100,000 downloads in, I think, is it 2 days or 3 days or so, few days. So the next one is my American Farm Buildings pack. And it was already clear that is my most downloaded pack so far. And now it reached the 1 million download mark. And I'm really happy about it. Yeah. And all thanks to you. And then my total mods have been downloaded 15 million times already. And at the left side you can see the total 76 mods. That's not completely correct. That's how the Modhub counts it. So there is also included the buying station that they rejected. So it's 75 up to now. And there are also the mods included that are waiting for the test. So you can't see 75 mods. It's more like 6 are waiting. Then you could see 69 mods total from FS19, FS22 and now FS25. But it's quite a lot, I would say, and I plan to go way beyond 100 mods in FS25. So I have a lot of plans, and you don't need to worry that I could make not enough mods. I have a lot of ideas and already quite a lot prepared. And here you can see what is already waiting or at the testing stage at Modhub. So from down here, we start with the open chats. They are already in console testing, which is good. Usually for me, the console testing never fails. Only very rarely they found an error in the console testing stage. But usually when it has reached console testing, I can relax and look forward to the mod to be released rather soon. But still then I don't know when it will be released. And we don't know anything about the waiting time, but I think it's long. It's really long. The silos multi-fruit was the next one. I uploaded it. Oh, about the open chats, I got 4 reviews. So they sent it back to me 4 times. And I changed everything they wanted and uploaded again. And then what was good, they started retesting it after a few hours or one day, which is really fast, and I was happy about this. And then they found another error and sent it back to me. And this happened 4 times. And I was getting angry already because I thought, okay, then go through it, test everything, tell me everything in one go, and then I can repair everything. But now, finally, they were happy and they sent it to the console testing, and I'm very happy and hope it will come out in the next week, so in the first week of December. And yeah, now about the Silos multi-fruit, and I know a lot of you guys are waiting for it. It is my wooden silo pack. And yeah, I know from a lot of people that it's your favorite silo, and I'm so happy about it. I see it sometimes in the videos. I see it from far away. Oh, this guy is using my silo, and that makes me so happy. I uploaded it one day after the open sheds. So it was on 16th of November. It is 2 weeks ago already, and it's still in pending. That was the last day, I guess, when we didn't had the Giants editor yet. So most of the modders weren't even able to do their mods. And still, the difference between the numbers from the open sheds to the silos is more than 400. So in the meantime, in this day, when we didn't have the Giants editor yet, 400 mods were uploaded. And then I looked at the other numbers, and it is shocking how many numbers are between my mods that I uploaded in one day later, the other 2 days later, always when I was finished. And then there was a huge gap in the numbers. So the Modhub testing team will be so drowning in mods that they have to test. There will be so much work. And I guess what we can see from the number of mods that come out, most of them has to be sent back. But nevertheless, they have to check every mod that is uploaded. And yeah, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes right now, because it's so much work what they have to do. And even if I'm really nervous and eager because of this waiting time, and I think, oh, you could test it faster, I can understand that it doesn't go like that. They have just too much work. And I have no idea when they will be testing my other mods. So I hope the silos will be in testing rather soon. But then the next one, I uploaded it the following day, but maybe it will be in testing 1 or 2 weeks later, or even 1 month later. We will see. We don't have a testing list right now, and they don't tell us how long the waiting time is. And it will get worse until Christmas, and after Christmas it will be terrible, because in the Christmas holiday time, people, the modders, they use their free time, their holidays, to produce mods in thousands. And then it will get better maybe till summer. So we have to be very, very patient. Yeah, okay, so that's about the mods that are in testing. And now we go back to the game. I already showed you the left part of the mods in my last video. And maybe first I should say some things about my Tardis pack. And thank you for your wonderful feedback. and I'm really happy that you like it. And the best thing is, I found out how to give them a color choice. A very nice modder gave me a hint, and my problem was that I didn't have the Giants editor when I made the Tardis mod. And because it was not yet there, the Giants editor, and you need the Giants editor to make a certain thing to get a hold of this color thingies, that you can give them a color choice. And I tested it with the loading wagon and with 2 parts only, and it worked, and now I know how it works. And so when I make an update, they will all have color choice. And I think that would be great, because a lot of you guys said, oh, it's nice, but I want a color choice. Yes, I understand. I wanted to make it from the beginning, but I couldn't, and now I know how to do it. And then when I make an update, I think I will add a combine harvester, which will be the Massey Ferguson, and yeah, with an enlarged capacity, and maybe some horsepower and additional, because some of you guys asked for it, to use a bigger header. And then I think I'll add a header that makes it faster, if you so wish, and not like 100 kilometers per hour. This is something for the Colossus mod. And my mod is more about the small machinery with a little bit much unrealistic, but not extremely unrealistic. Yeah, those are my plans for the Tardis mod, but I can only upload it after 2 weeks, because it's not an emergency case. And yeah, I won't hurry with this because of the waiting list. Okay, and the others, as you saw, they are at waiting. Here the shed, I only have 1 of those sheds here, but there are 6 sheds with the back wall to rise and lower, as I showed you in the other video, and with a bale storage. And here is the multi-fruit silo, which is sadly waiting. And here are the 2 different farmhouses, the German one, the Alpine, and the American one. And here we have the 3 new mods that are already waiting. So I just go down because they are small. Here I have the water pack with this very nice self-made well. And I know this wind wheel well is very nice too, though this from the base game. I love it. But this is a different type and I like it, and yeah, I hope you guys will like it too. And then we have 2 tiny water sources that are not good because they are so beautiful, but more because they are so tiny. You can hide it beside a greenhouse or at a meadow for animals, and then it's really easy to put water into the trough or into the greenhouse. There's this one and that one. And then we have the Hobro farmhouse pack, like the one in FS25, with very cheap farmhouses. The cheapest one here for $5 is the doormat. And if you are very poor or you have a decorative house standing around, you can just put the doormat there and sleep there and you are good to go. Or if you need a little bit more comfort, you can have the tent or the bench. And for $1,000 you can buy this tiny house. And it has everything you really need for daily life, even a toilet room, but without a sink because it would be too narrow. And you could use this sink to wash your hands. And we have a Murphy bed here. Yeah, and you can sleep everywhere here. Only where are the when you have the other triggers, you can't sleep at that positions. But for example, here you could sleep. And then we have the fermenting silo, and it got some more features. Not only the color choice, but more production chains. And oh, I'm sorry, this is still in German, but I can tell you, you can see there is a lot of production chains, more than it had before. You can make silage out of grass, hay, straw, and chaff. And for each you have the possibility to just make silage, or if you add water, you can make silage plus digestate, and you could use the digestate like slurry to fertilize your fields. And you could feed the silage to your cows or sell it and make $1 million. And on top of that, which is unrealistic, you can dry the grass and produce hay out of it. And that's not what is usually done in a fermenting silo, but I thought a lot of you guys would like it. And if you play more on the realistic side, you can just forget about it. And as we already have all this grass stuff inside this fermenting silo, I thought little bit total mixed ration would be good too. This is the normal recipe with straw, and this is a recipe only with hay and silage, and there is one with mineral feed as well. And so you can just put grass inside the building, activate the hay dryer, activate the grass silage, and activate the second mineral TMR recipe. And then you have TMR. After a short while, this building is really productive, and you can feed a lot of cows with this. Yeah, that is my past or present. So I already made the mods and they are uploaded to Modhub. And now we talk about the future, and you can't see it because it's not ready yet. We go here, then you can see my nice well and the little house. Okay, so what I'm working right now is a set of buying stations, different buildings and silo-like shapes, where you can buy all kinds of stuff like all the crops and to feed your animals, and total mixed ration and seeds and fertilizer and so forth. And you can get water for free. That is what I'm working on right now. After this, I think I start working on the garden. That will take a while because I couldn't prepare it. All those other mods I could prepare because I needed to polish the buildings in Blender and such. And so it was easy to bring them to FS25. But with gardens, it's more difficult because I need to make something with all the fruit types, and apart from the existing fruit types for greenhouses, I want to add carrot, parsnips, and red beets, and spinach, peas, and green beans, at least those, and then maybe even potatoes. I'm thinking on making all kind of crop that you usually find in a garden. And so I won't make cotton, for example, or corn in the first version of the gardens. Maybe later. Oh, and I'll try to make grapes and olives, which is more typical for a garden than yeah, on a field too, but this could be in a garden. I know gardens. In our garden we have grapes, for example, and yeah, so normal crops for garden will be there, and I have to prepare them that they fit into a garden and that they work with the garden. And I want to make it like that, that you can choose between with a fence or no fence, and maybe even a greenhouse for all the year round, and so forth. We have this configuration possibilities. Therefore, it will take a while. And then we will have the testing time. So don't get your hopes up too high for a fast release of the gardens. But they have a high priority for me. And then when the garden is finally waiting at Modhub for the test, I will start with my German map. And I won't concentrate completely on it because there are still a lot of other mods that I want to do. And then I will show you about one idea that I have. And first I show you something that has nothing to do with my mods, or nearly nothing. There are those small, tiny productions. This is the sugar factory. Yeah, why not taking that? And yeah, they are, in my opinion, too expensive. They produce too slowly, but they have cute objects. They have really, really cute objects. And we just take a few now. And then we go down and I show you what I mean. And first, look at that. Do you remember my apple tree mod? Oh, I want to bring my apple tree mod rather soon as well. Yeah, but sadly I'm not a magician. That is really, really sad. I would love to be a magician and to make it all really fast. So, but you remember this juice production hut? And my other small production huts I delivered with my German farm buildings pack, a bakery in such a hut. And now Giants made small productions in a hut. And I'm really so happy about it. And I imagine that they got the inspiration from my mods. I don't know whether they got the inspiration from me, but nevertheless, they would found this idea good to make small productions. And look at that, what they did. When you go inside, here you see all these kinds of stuff for sowing, or for sewing. Sowing would be sowing into the plants into the ground. I mean, sewing? Yeah, you know what I mean. To produce clothes. And they have rather old-fashioned sewing machines. And yeah, I have such an old one as well, but several much newer ones, much more modern. Oh, and I see, okay, the guy who did that didn't know how, okay, I looked it up, to sew and a sewing machine, or similar. So, the guy that made this has never worked at a sewing machine, because that thingy here in the center is in the wrong direction. It would never work like that. But doesn't matter. Maybe I take it into Blender and turn it around. But nevertheless, it is so nice details. And maybe you can already guess what I want to do with this. And now let's go on. And here, what a nice machine for producing sugar. And I think it is cooked in here, and then maybe distillated and dried, and or maybe here you put the sugar beets inside. Very magical machine, and in the end the sugar magically appears. Very nice machinery. And here we have a weaving machine. It's not a spinnery. It's called spinnery, but it's not a spinnery. It's different, but they make fabric out of yarn. And what I'm still missing is a spinning machine where you can make yarn out of the wool. But maybe sooner or later I can build one myself. But this is a nice machine. You need such a machine to produce the clothes, the fabric. And here we have, let's see. You produce the oil here. It looks very, very technical. The oil pressing machine that I saw at an small oil manufacturer was looking rather different, but it looks very technical. Okay, so I guess you get an idea what I mean.